Alright, what's going on, my fellow modders? This is Exotic Butters bringing you another EMV engine video. This time we're going over the faces. Or rather, a little bit like a Q&A with the faces and, how we can, how to general work around them. So, first question that I've seen on the mods, some of the mod pages is, why don't you upload custom faces, right? Or custom face poses? Well, there's a bit of a problem with that. If I was to grab, like, for example, let's open up EMV. Okay. Go to player face. So if I was to load any one of these poses that I got, it'll change it. Like it'll change to whatever model or whatever hunter data I have on the face. So for example, you see how she looks, well, literally like Raven from Stellar Blade. Well, when I made this pose, the cami face, I was using a different model. So if I load it, it's gonna change. It's gonna change to that face. You're gonna see that her face is gonna change. So see, see how her face changed a little bit. And that's not because of the face of the poses, by the way. It'll literally morph the head or the facial features to whatever model you had before. So yeah, that's one of the big issues with the face poses. So like, let's say if I want to take her back, wonder if I have a neutral. Yeah, I do. I got neutral. So technically speaking, if I was to upload a face pose, it's gonna make you look like Raven. It's gonna make you look like her. And yeah, unless you guys want that, but I know I wouldn't want that. I want my hunter to look like how I have her here. But unless you guys do, I'm always open to that. So just let me know if you guys want that, or I can just show you with the next thing I'm gonna show you guys how to do is how you can just make the job easier, so you don't have to go and where is it? Not where's the good here? So you won't have to go and do this, find the one you want, and then do it. We're still gonna be doing this, but I'll point you in the right direction, so you won't have to be guessing as to what does what. So yeah, we won't be needing this no more. Already unfreeze it? Yeah, okay. So for example, get out of here. Look up. There you go. Okay, so say for a smile, right? Just let's start very basic. You want to smile. Mm, no, wait, no, sorry. This one right here. So joyful? No, it's pizza. No. There you go. So say for example, you want that kind of smile, right? Ah, shit. All right, hold on. Forgot to pause. Mm, there we go. Take that off. So let's say for example you want this smile, right? Like you want it exactly like that. So go here, open that up. Remaster. Yeah, okay. Children, their face, and you just save it. Just make a new one. Give it a name. Save and load. Okay. And I don't know if you have to be in live mode. I normally just leave it in live mode. So like for example, I did pause it right. Okay. Now I can move her. Right there. Let's pause it again. And now if I load it, boom, she gets a smile back. So yeah, that's the simplest way you can just grab a smile without you not even having to do anything. And then if you want to further refine it, say for example, you want to mess around with some stuff, or is this one right here? My angle? Yeah. So say you want to close the eye, you want to make her wink, close it a little bit, and lower, lower, lower. Where's the lower eyelid? No, lower inner. Where's lower eye? There you are. Lower eyelid. There you go. Something like that. And then your upper eye. If you want to raise the eye a little bit, more lower eyelid. Lower eyelid, yeah. And let's say you want to move the angle of her eye. Right, it'd be the eye, right eye J. It's always going to be the one under the eye master. So this is, I think this is up and down. This should be left and right. Yeah. Yeah, see? So now if I move over here, and that's how you can make her look at the camera. Or if you want to get like a different angle, like that. But yeah, that's what you do with the face poses. And hold on one second. I did tell you guys I was gonna work on the lips. So how do you get the lips to open up even more, right? You're gonna make sure that you're under position. You could use Euler angle. Euler angle is it'll just rotate the lips. It won't actually move them. It'll rotate them. So if you want to get like well, I have the wrong model for this. I have the wrong model for this one, but I'll show you anyway. Is this one? So for example, it's gonna change her face. She's gonna go to that model right there. See? Now for this one, what I did was oh no, why am I still on the lips? Upper eyelid, lower it down a little bit. Like that. There you go. Right upper eye. Right lower eyelid. I didn't save the tongue position, did I? I could have sworn I did. Didn't I? Oh, you know what? That's probably the wrong one. I probably renamed it. All right, hold on. Was it cute? There it is. Yeah, that was a cute one. Okay. Upper eyelid. Bring that down. And then bring right lower eyelid. Bring it up a little bit. Right upper eye. Right lower eye. There you go. And that's how I got the that face pose complete with the tongue for well that's how I got the eye shape or I got her eyes to look like that. But if you want to make a custom face like that, you're gonna have to dive in literally to lips and mess around with Euler angles and positions, not scale. Scaling, you just make the piece bigger or smaller. So, for example, like the C upper lip, it's gonna move that piece right there. Uh, and what I like to do is with the sensitivity, I'll either bring it all the way down like that, so I can have more control. Here, show you what I mean. So keep an eye on this part of the lip while I move the slider. Okay. So that's what the center lip does. And if you want to get a smile or a position like this, you just mess around with the C upper lip. I messed around with C upper lip, the first one, left upper lip, and right upper lip to move this whole part of her mouth. This whole part. Like the upper lips. And you got to move it one by one. Yeah, you literally got to move it one by one. It's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of work to do all this stuff, but it pays off. You get a lot of expression in the poses. You get a lot of expression. And the tongue, literally the same thing. Just type it in, and you just mess around. It's you got the center tongue, then you got the left tongue, oh the center actually, left of the center tongue, right of the center tongue, and then right tongue, regular, and then left tongue. I think this is like, sorry, this one is like the regular, like the base tongue, which is like this whole piece right here. So if I was to, I think move this one, it'll move it up and down. The negative 48. Yeah, it'll move the tongue up and down. And this one will stick her tongue out. Yeah. And as you can see, we weren't supposed to be able to look at the tongue because it is very, very poorly rendered. Thanks, Capcom. But at least we have it. At least we have a tongue. At least the character model has a tongue. We can say that. But yeah. Oh, and I'll tell you right now, as horrifying as that looked right there, you can do that. Just like try to get the camera up in there so you can see the formation of the teeth and everything. I found out that helped me a lot. That helped me out a lot. But yeah. Also with the teeth are not going to be like that normally. They're going to be almost like a skeleton. You know how like if you look at a skull, the top teeth and the bottom teeth are always touching each other. And that's how they are by default, unless you pause the game at a certain frame where the hunter's mouth was open. But you can still mess around with them. The teeth are also here, so let's say you want they're separated into two, lower teeth and upper teeth. Or I wonder, can I just type in teeth? Yeah, there you go. Lower teeth, upper teeth. So show you a better example. This should move them up and down. So negative 46. This is the lower teeth. You're gonna see her teeth literally just come out of her face. See? Yeah, that's some horrifying stuff right there. But yeah, that's how you can move the teeth around. That's how you. So to get the me messing around with this stuff, I realized just how many parts of the body or of the face are moving all at once. So, for example, you see the cutscene where she's taking a bite, like when your hunter takes a bite out of the food that you cook. That meant that the game is messing around with the lower jaw. It's moving the lower jaw, it's stretching it down, and it's also moving the teeth and the upper teeth up and down in that whole cutscene. I got a little more appreciation. I'll give you that. I got a little bit more appreciation for the animators because they had to go and do all that stuff. Yeah. Oh, and how did I get the teeth to do to make it seem like she's biting down on her tongue? That was all. That was all just by using EMV mixtures of position and Euler angle. For Euler angle, I went to the upper teeth and I just rotated them like a little. I think it's I want to say it was this one, negative 170 this side. They gave it like a little turn. Yeah, yeah, because I think it's zero is neutral. So yeah, that's how she was before. So all I did was just turn it. What was it, 170? Uh, just turned it around a little bit, just to give the impression that she is, kind of like biting down, that she's like biting down on her tongue. But yeah. So yeah, that should give you guys a basic understanding of how the faces work, how you can get a face onto your character without, doing a lot of work. I mean, that method of just grabbing a gesture like the smile, like the joyful pose, freezing it, and then just copying it or making a copy of it here in EMV, like right there, like with the test smile. Shit, where'd it go? There it is. Like that one right there. So you just grab that, load it up onto your model in whatever pose you got. And if you don't like it, or if you want to mess around with it, or if you got a face that you want to more or less get to, just yeah, just load it up and then mess around with the sliders. That's all I can tell you because yeah, like I said, I could just upload the ones that I got, and there are a lot of them. See, the reason why I have a lot of them is because I have three different models. I got three different hunter models. I got the Raven model, I got the Eve model, and then I have I didn't even name her here, did I? No, I didn't. I got another one that I called Tamaki, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I had to make separate faces for all three of them. But yeah, that should be it. If you guys still got more questions, or if it wasn't too clear, go ahead and let me know. I'll read them in the comments. And yeah, hopefully this video helped you guys out. All right, later.